night comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call? As you drove your Volvo into a canal. Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 6, Bloody 6.
Bloody 6, mate. Bloody 6.
Bloody 6.
Let me put my headphones on. You can hear me, right?
I can
Beautiful.
hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Episode 6, we made it, baby.
We made it. We
made it, baby.
We're continuing on. How's it going, Shagger? What have you been up to this week, Shagger?
I've been listening to the podcast and trying to get some notes, mate. I want to apologise.
For what?
My breathing.
I really don't notice you breathing though that much. Like,
In
is
the
it
first
really
ones,
that bad? Is it really that
I
bad?
am so conscious of it because I breathe quite heavy because I'm an overweight mess. And yeah, I need to do something. When I eat healthy, I don't breathe as heavy. So I make sure I breathe through. I'm a dirty mouth breather as well.
I've been equally listening to the podcast.
So I do apologise, 1 and 2. And if you haven't noticed it, then okay, fair play.
I haven't really noticed it. I think there's
sometimes it like maybe some things I pick up because when I hear breathing, because Joey Diaz is one of those. Like, you know, Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
He's a head like, and I'm like, it just gets me. I'm like, oh my god. So I don't want to. I'm trying to.
Mate, honestly, you're really not that bad though.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to start this again? Like,
no.
Okay. Cool.
This is part of it.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I mean, do you? Breathe. No, I'm just listening to you breathe. Oh, hello.
What have you been up to this week?
I too have been listening to the podcast. I would like to apologise for.
Oh God. Here we go. We're starting off with apologies.
Never really letting you finish anything. Going off on massive tangents at all times.
It's hard because even now my brain wants to come in and go, oh, yeah, it's hard though. I get it.
Did you hear about the dancing squirrels? They're quite good. ADHD diagnosis incoming, I think.
Stay tuned.
Do you know what I did?
I actually had that this Sunday. I'll talk about that.
You had your diagnosis?
Not yet. It's the next. I'm on stage 2 now. But
stage 2.
I'll talk about that though. There's some things that annoyed me.
Sounds serious.
Yeah, I've made it.
Do they grade it?
Sound? Yeah.
Do they grade it like they grade cancer?
Oh, I fucking hope not.
You got
stage 2 ADHD. My God.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if I spoke about this before, but autism is essentially the Infinity Gauntlet. Did I tell you this? You know this.
No, I don't.
So basically, how they diagnose autism is if you have all 5 things, like the Infinity Gauntlet. Like I don't know whether I don't want to take that joke because I don't know whether I heard it, but if it's an original one, then fucking brilliant. Because it's like, oh no, I did see it on a meme. I think that's where I got it. It's like the Stones were like, you've got ADHD, fucking. Oh, what else? There was so many. There's like 5 that equal. Name some other things like they're on the spectrum.
I don't know.
It's 5, mate. My brain's fucking blanking.
Autism.
Yeah, but they're all 5 things.
Make autism.
It's like ADHD, flipping. Oh God.
I don't know all the things that are on the spectrum.
Mate, I'll have to find the meme because I'm butchering it. I should really prepare, but I just don't. We don't know what we're going to talk about on these podcasts, so I don't prepare. And then when I do, because I've noticed that as well. Listening back, I'm just like I say a lot, but really nothing at all. And Jim's now touching my foot.
You know, just
check out the YouTube.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I also wanted to get my hair cut as well, but the barber's weirdly wasn't open today. No, like sign saying, "Oh, we're just away today." It was just oddly closed, like I was in some kind of
like it was like a sign from the universe to say, "Don't do it. Don't get your hair cut."
If we had more of an audience,
fine just the way that you are.
If we had more of an audience, I would let them vote how I got my haircut.
Well, let them vote. Put it to them.
I will do when we can get some feedback, but these are just in the ether at the moment, aren't they?
Well, we do actually have a logo now. Well, almost a logo, which is exciting, and we've got all the other stuff sort of sorted out, and we've been recording these for a while because we just wanted to get fucking going, and then we've kind of gone, shit, what's the podcast going to be about? And then we've had to come up with like a topic. We've had to then sort of, we record this sort of once a week, and then we've got all these things sitting in the back burner in the boot camp. One thing I was thinking when I was listening through to some of the episodes was we've made a whole lot of like promises of things that we're going to do and talk about on this podcast, and not many of them that we've actually followed through with.
We can't yet. I need some interaction and some back and forth. Yeah, like
so, I mean,
what you said also, I've noticed all of the episodes where you're like, we're going to put up the Patreon for like, I don't know, whenever we put it up for £1 or whatever. And I'm thinking, right, no, are we beholden to £1 a month? Oh wait, no, Patreon's like stages, aren't they?
Yeah, so what I think we do is we build it so we have like entry level. The people that are with us from the start get it for really, really cheap. So we can do like the first, I don't know, let's say first 500, we'll do it for £1.
Free NFT. So can we?
Yeah, a free NFT.
We make NFT. We should. I would love to release our own NFTs.
That would be great, though.
We sell them for so cheap.
The first 500 people that sign up to the Patreon, you can have it for £1 each month forever, and you get a free NFT. 500 limited.
I know how to make. I made one NFT.
Well, there you go. But... So you can. Well, that can be the. Well, we can do a depressed CEOs one.
Yeah. To be fair, like if we're going for the logo, that we both we agree on. I think it's brilliant. The guy who did it, whatever his name is, shout out to.
It's James Smart. Shout out to James Smart. Thank you so much for such a great logo.
It's insane. Like, yeah. I mean, you might see it at the start of this podcast now.
It'll be there.
Number one,
yeah, exactly. It'll be on it'll be there from the beginning.
It'll look so good on t-shirts.
But no, like retrospectively, the way that this podcast has worked is we got into a studio together for 2 episodes. We went completely insane.
Which I don't even want to release now. I know we said like, well, put it on the Patreon. And I don't want to.
No, they've been destroyed. Like like the pair of XL bullies they were, they have been destroyed. They have been inhumanely destroyed. Yeah.
Pair of XL bullies. Oh my god, referring to them, that's tickled me. Referring to them as XL Bully podcasts.
I mean, they essentially were unmuzzled. They bit children, they destroyed parks, Mate, honestly, genuinely, do you have like like local groups and stuff for your area that you're in?
XL Bullies. Destroyed like the XL Bullies they were. Fuck me. Sorry. That's got me.
Do you have like a WhatsApp group or a Facebook group or like some kind
of
group for your local community, like your road or
I
like
try
your?
Not to go on there.
I know. So I'm in.
I do apologise to people. I just can't. Like when it's just fucking Linda from down the road. Would you tell your kids to stop knocking on my door? And they've got like footage of the kid. To be fair, the kid was absolutely kicking down. I watched it, and it's like, I mean, sorry, but they can't spell as well. Yeah. I can't spell at the best of times, but we live in a world with spell checker. So
just use it and make your life easier. It's quite hard to misspell these days because spell checker normally, if you spelled it wrong, corrects it for you before you can even change it.
So what do you say? Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's fine. I'm in a few local groups. They're all really fun, but the best one I'm in at the minute is a group called Levy Dads, which is literally just a few dads from around the area that I'm in.
Levy Dads.
And the main reason that you're in it is because they post updates in there of like, okay, cool. Hey guys, there's like a thing going on for kids. It's like a new toddler session.
That's cool. I don't mind that.
So
yeah, that's cool.
It's got a purpose, but also in there at the minute, there's been like a few great chats because there's been a couple of instances that have involved the local community. One of them is that there's been lots of random raw meat just dumped at various places around where I live.
I live for this.
The fucking discussions on what the meat is there for has been just unbelievable.
Conspiracies coming out about the meat.
There's some serious local conspiracies about the meat. But then also, Combined with that, the park near where we live, the seats have recently been absolutely ravaged by XL bullies.
Right. Okay.
So the chat has sort of descended into madness and chaos because there's a lot of chat around it, because I think basically the local council fixed the initial ravaging, and then
Stop saying ravaging.
it
dude.
what
It's
they
getting
were.
me.
It was
Yeah.
literally ravaged, mate.
Yeah.
But then, so the council came and they put new seats on all the swings and they fixed all the XL bully debris. And then,
You keep adding XL bully and the word debris. You're making it sound like what kind of debris do XL bullies just leave?
it was just
tattered
torn
shit.
up shit,
Right,
bones,
Okay. Just bones from humans.
podcast episodes.
They've like fucking,
yeah, just
absolutely destroyed.
just general debris. But
Okay, yep.
So they've cleared all that up. They've fixed the swings, and then like 2 days later, somebody else has taken their XL bully down there, given it a good training session, biting on the seat, ripped half a seat off the swings, and the council have said, right, look, that's it.
No
we're
more
not,
XL
we're not,
bullies.
We're not fucking fixing these seats anymore. So the community, whoever's doing this, you find them. And so now, like, the levy...
I don't blame the government for that as well. If they keep trying to fix it, and the problem, it's like, fine,
100%.
fuck you.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
we're trying, but you're just not controlling your stupid
Obviously,
dogs.
the majority of people in the area aren't the ones that are doing it. It's a very, very specific person.
Yeah, it's always
So
a small
now-
minority that fucks it up for the major majority.
So Levy Dads has gone into full vigilante mode,
Oh,
mate.
here we go.
And not only are they
Why are they
finding...
called Levy Dads?
Because the area that we live in is called Levenshulme.
Levy. Oh shit.
But
Okay.
it's referred like...
I thought it's like
short-
Lev. Like I'm gonna levy you.
Levy Laugh
Levy
Love.
Dads. Levy Laugh Love.
Levy Laugh Love.
Christ.
Maybe I'll start a rival group called Levy Laugh Love. But yeah, so they've gone into full fucking vigilante mode. Like, right, let's find this bastard who's doing this. And half of them are really not arsed. And some of them are really, like, really serious.
Well, some people
intense.
need something to.
Yeah,
They see
yeah.
this as like, oh, this is it. This is my group.
They're ready to get vigilante justice. And then one guy is like,
I get that vigilante justice a little bit though.
well, yeah, you get
The-
turn you on.
There was a time where my cat is being bullied by another cat, and this other cat is just insane. So I had insane ideas to trap it inside and to flash it with lights. And,
Yeah.
But then I realised that's not a very nice thing to do to a cat.
And if
So-
you're listening to this podcast instead of watching it, then go onto YouTube and watch it, and watch the man who said that sentence and what he's wearing right now.
in my
And
ADHD attire.
just picture this man trapping a cat inside.
I'll fucking trap your cat inside and I'll fucking batter it.
Listen, I think you look absolutely fantastic, but I also think that you wouldn't look out of place as like like the genius scientist in a James Bond film that's also a bit evil.
Boris.
Similar vibe to Boris,
Yeah.
but more, less
Genius.
sinister. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
maybe.
More,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll fit into that, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Speaking of geniuses, new Kanye album.
I haven't listened to it yet,
It's
actually.
dropped, mate. It's dropped. He's out there. And how, right,
Have we just forgotten everything?
what, as in,
There's anti-Semitism
Hitler.
ways.
listen,
I fucked this model, and I bleached my asshole. No, because he drops bangers.
on my t-shirt. Does that make me an asshole?
Like, I bet it's a banger. I bet everyone's like, hey, tell you what, Kanye's back, baby.
I have been edged to fuck. He's
is it another edge?
edged me to fuck.
It's like coming out with like, hey. They're just fucking somewhat weird, like.
Genuinely, I've listened to the first. I've listened to the first 4 tracks. The first 2.
I'm listening to it on the way home.
Yeah, the first 2 tracks, I was kind of like, it's that new kind of low energy, low vibe kind of Kanye. The production is unbelievable. It's so clean, obviously. Of course, it's unbelievable.
It's Kanye, dude.
But then it gets to like track 3, and there's this bit at the end, and I'm like, ah! It just gets me fucking going. And I'm like, oh, I'm just getting into this now. I'm proper pumping. And then track 4, the drum beat kicks in. I'm like, ah! Yeah, it's like fucking here he is, Kanye on the buttons, mate, on the production.
Yeah,
Kanye anti-dollar sign.
wonder where he is, like, in his life.
Mentally. Well, he's been absolutely slamming puss, hasn't he, for months?
She's I don't know who she is, but she's going around just wearing out.
and then there's loads and there's loads
basically
of
looks a bit like
people-
Kim K as well. She kind of looks like Kim K.
just like a younger, snappier version.
He's definitely got a type. Oh, can you?
Oh yeah, huge breasts.
Oh, jeez. And yeah,
huge
he's-
breasts.
That Giat dude
Just
as well. That
absolute-
Giat. Do you know what
Jeez.
Giat is? That's the kids will know that.
The bunda.
Oh, the Bunda, yes.
The
yeah.
bunda.
What would you say? I don't want to lose this track of, because was you carrying on with a story about your local group?
No, I mean that was sort of. It was
That
sort
was
of.
it.
I think
I'm
it's sort of
trying to
done,
keep on
it's
track
like,
as well because I want to hear your stories.
It's as yet unresolved. It's as yet unresolved.
So basically, the vigilante
the
group
vigilante
now-
justice is they are gathering the pitchforks. They're going to be looking for the XL bully bastards. But also, I think they're gonna. There's one guy in that group who sort of is tying the two things together. So he thinks
He's a
that
detective.
the meat dumping.
Oh no!
There's potential, like feral dogs now that are,
Is that
that
like
are-
League of Gentlemen
that are
shit? You
getting
know
to
where
this-
there's like the meat.
Yeah, like Hillary Briss and his magic stuff.
Yeah.
So he thinks that these dogs are getting to this meat, this magic meat. It's driving them absolutely feral. They're turning into XL bullies, like wolves in the moonlight, and they're then savaging the park.
Is this what you've made up? Or is
No,
this...
no. This is a legit thread in.
No,
the,
it's not.
It is.
Jesus.
The guy that's saying it though is taking the piss, I think.
Oh, okay, right.
But he speaks so kind of matter of factly that I don't know if he believes it or not.
Oh, this is what's happening.
But yeah, as yet unresolved. But I will let you know how the vigilante justice goes. We're all gathering pitchforks and
You know what that reminds me of? It's like that kind of justice porn, and like some people really want to get off on like just fucking catching the vigilante, and I understand that. I feel that way with. I've been watching hacker groups.
you don't catch the vigilante. The
Oh,
vigilantes
sorry,
catch
I'm
the-
getting my words mixed up. Yeah, so you catching the criminals and stuff like that.
catch the bastards.
I've been
XL bully
watching-
bastards.
I really like at the moment watching people who catch scammers,
Oh yeah.
like Indian call center scammers.
Oh, that's so good. And,
It's so good. Like when they wind them up for hours,
and they like tell them their names.
and they just reveal them.
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like they're scamming people, actively like scamming like poor people out of their money, like
yeah.
especially old people who don't know the internet, don't know how scams work. Like my dad has been susceptible to those things, and I feel
my
really
stepmom
like,
has, yeah.
and they do target older people.
absolutely.
But that also reminds me and ties into. Me and my friends, especially me and one particular friend, we were obsessed for ages with this.
Your eyes then were doing just some magical thing. Sorry,
I
to
got to
interrupt.
concentrate to try and because I just want to talk
it
about
was
fucking
like a,
donkeys.
it was
and
like
shit.
it was a Jesus moment, man. It was.
I'm gaining knowledge.
It's like
That's
Matrix.
that's
It's like
joke
Matrix.
that me
It
and
is
Tommy say all the
literally.
time.
Isn't it mad that they uploaded everything off them in the Matrix off a floppy disk? Anyway, back to your story. Sorry,
That's okay.
You could keep 3.2 megabytes on a floppy disk. Back to your story.
Jesus, I want to think about that. Okay,
Sorry,
so
where were we at?
they I used to, for a while, me and my friend used to really like watching, with nonce things when they used to like
Yeah,
trap nonces and like they record them.
we covered this, didn't we? And you were saying about the guys with the walkie-talkie that was going blow,
Yeah.
nonce. Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I think it's an interesting dynamic, and I don't know if I spoke about this before, how there's two things going on. They're clearly catching nonces, and it's
Yeah.
great. But also, I think they like it a bit too much.
Nonce is for clout.
So it's a bit like clouty. And
Like
then
phones for you.
and
Nonce
they're
for
like,
clout.
it's like the woman behind the camera filming. It's like, Sandra, thanks for the likes and thumbs up while they're catching this fucking like person that touches children.
Oh, yeah,
and it's just,
yeah.
I don't know, like, and it's just all under the guise of like, yeah, but we're catching nonsense. It's like, but yeah, you also love it
Are they live?
a bit too much. They
Sorry,
live stream and
they're
everything.
live streamed now.
Most
because
of them are. Some of them.
Before
I
they
think.
were filmed and everything, but it was like edited and then like put out, wasn't it? It wasn't
Edited.
Like, it wasn't. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
They just fucking
sorry,
upload their
sorry,
fucking
I'm
40-minute
Sorry,
stream.
I'm talking to a film editor, aren't I? I forgot. Sorry.
Do you know what an idea?
Sorry, Christopher Nolan.
Do you know an idea that I genuinely want to do?
What's-
And I think it'd be fucking incredible.
Yeah, go on, hit me.
You know, gypsy fight
call out
videos. I want to hype them up. I want to download them and then cut them up like dun dun dun. And it goes, we're coming for you, John, and then just like have you, John, on the screen, like come up and.
Can you market that on your Fiverr platform? Could you be like, look, I'm looking for actual legit call out videos.
What I'll do is,
Do you call
if
them,
I was going to
do you call
it,
them gypsies?
I don't know. Yeah,
Are they travellers?
I don't know. Yeah, what is the word?
I think we need to educate ourselves on that one.
Well,
But you know,
do apologise if we did call them.
Listen, that's what we're here for. We're here to learn.
So travellers. So like,
well, whatever the correct terminology is. Yeah, you want to do call out. You want to hype up call out videos.
I want to just like download them when I see them because I think they're fucking amazing.
Yeah,
and I want to just hype them up and like do a cut and an edit and hopefully get the other because they're calling out for fights. So like at the end, have like a UFC poster where it's his face and the other guy's face that's calling out. If I could find that, just like. Hey, I bloody love them. I think they entertain me so much, and I want to. So I'll just download a bunch and just start chucking them out, and then hopefully my dream is if like they want custom work doing, like okay, Dave,
that's so good. Yeah,
it's such a good idea.
Will you edit my call out video to Stephen Bartlett?
100%.
We'll put it in the Patreon. So if you're not a member of the Patreon already, please sign up to see my call out video to Stephen Bartlett. I will be shirtless, don't you worry about it. Going back to scams just very, very quickly.
Yes.
I don't want to jump around too much, but are there any scams that you like secretly respect the hustle on? You know, like Ponzi schemes and stuff like that. Like Wolf of Wall Street scam. That was a scam, wasn't it?
Where you sell like blue
stocks.
stocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like scams that, you know, scam the ordinary person. I do like it the other way around where scams, and this might be hypocritical, scam like rich people.
Yeah.
Because they have an abundance. Now, it shouldn't, that shouldn't still, the thing shouldn't, I shouldn't feel good about that, but weirdly you do. It depends on the scam, actually. Like, I don't know. God, is there a scam I respect?
I've got one.
Is there?
I've got one that I really like. So that in Birmingham, well, many cities, but Birmingham in particular, this one happened to me. I didn't actually get scammed, but I was like, I think this is a fucking great idea. There's this website because you have to pay a clean air toll when you drive to Birmingham, depending on your car, and it's like a gov.uk or whatever government.
Okay,
can I say words? Government. It's a government website. You normally go
the government. They took our jobs. The government.
The government. They took my money for the cleaner. The air doesn't get any cleaner when you pay it, so it's a scam in itself. It's a fucking scam in itself. But
what is that?
There's this one website, right, that's sort of set up, and it's like,
where does the money go to help clean the air?
Yeah. They've got fucking sweepers up there and fucking polishers and that, just cleaning the air. Skymen. The Skymen. The Skymen. They're up there.
Do they actually? So you pay? I don't understand.
You pay for the pollution that you are. This is the thing as well. Like we've discussed. Well, I've discussed this before. For the every person, the every man, the every woman, the every they them. It is impossible to be completely environmentally friendly because even by existing, by breathing, by shitting, whatever, you're putting out bad stuff into the air, right? When it comes to travel, right, they make cars accessible to people. But do you think every person can afford to buy a non-polluting car? Absolutely not. So they're taxing people that...
They always tax the low as well.
Yeah, they drive into the people that need to drive into the city to either work or whatever. They're like, oh, well, you should get public transport. And I'm like, right, cool. I would love to get a train to Birmingham for work, yeah? The train to Birmingham from Manchester is like £100 return. And also they stop running at 11 o'clock at night. I finish work at 2 o'clock in the morning. What if I need to be home for the next morning to look after my son? Or
how much do you have to pay in this like clean air tax?
Do you know what? I don't have to pay it anymore because I've got another car and I don't have to pay it with my other car, which is absolutely ridiculous. Because the new car that I've got is even more polluting than the previous car that I had. But because it's a 2016 model, sorry, I'm doing all right. Because it's a 2016 car, you don't have to pay any clean air charges on the cars over a certain age or something like this.
Because it has less emissions?
No.
Your car has more emissions, but you're paying...
My car has more emissions now, but it's a newer model, so apparently they're cleaner. It's honestly, it's all...
Is there a scam that...
The scam is essentially, some people have set up this website, right, where essentially you put all your details in and you pay an extra £2 on top of the congestion charge price, which is £8, right? and essentially they pay your clean air fare for you, and they keep the £2 from the top. So it's not really a scam, but it is a scam because you could go to the gov.com website directly, and you can just pay £8. But they're like, oh, we'll put all your details in for you. You just send us the money.
So they're just like adding a little bit of like a charge for the administration.
They're adding a little bit of a charge for administration fee, which doesn't need to be there.
Is that a scam?
But then also you've got to ask yourself the question, because I didn't use this website, so I don't know. Is this website actually just taking your tenors, pooling them all up, and then being like, nah, fuck it, doesn't exist? Like, and they don't pay your congestion charge. So you think you've paid it because you've sent this website the money, but then it turns out you get a fine through the post.
They've never actually paid it.
Yeah.
So the way to check that is to actually let them do that.
Yeah. So yeah, it would be exactly. But I mean, I never did it.
Mate, you take the test.
There's a fucking. Well, I don't need to because I don't need to pay that anymore. But anyway, there's another scam that I really fucking like. For years and years and years, there was this disused plot of land somewhere. Can't remember which city it was in, and there was this old guy that used to set up every like Saturday, every match day or whatever, and it'd be like £5 for parking, and like hundreds of cars would come, and he'd like direct them to their spots, and everyone knew him by name, and he was like, "Oh, all right, John, how's it going? You okay? Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, come on in. Parking again, are we?" And he was taking like fivers and fivers and fivers and fivers and fivers off people, giving them tickets, all this. Then one day he just wasn't there anymore, and everyone was like, "Where's the parking guy?" And the council were like, "That's just wasteland." People have been parking there for years and paying him like a £5 for all day parking for.
Did he have
years.
like a thing set up, like a booth, or
no? I think
just a man just wandering around
just
a field.
A guy in a high vis. You put a high vis on, mate, you can get away with fucking anything.
Honestly, that is so true. You put a high vis on. If me and my friend really wanted like Jim Edwards. No, I'm gonna beep his second name. Jesus.
Yeah.
Jim. Oh, fuck's sake, more editing. Jim would
not me, another Jim.
He said how he'd love to act like a celebrity and have me and Softy walk around in suits in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, and just he would have a cap on, keep his head down, and me and Softy and probably some other of my friends be around him in like, and you could just get anywhere you wanted.
Just on walkie-talkies.
And me and Softy would have the confidence, because me and Softy don't care. Me, Softy and Swaz would have the confidence to be like, yeah, coming through, whatever. And if someone was to stop us, like in a club or maybe, you know, I would love to try and convince a shop just to clear out to see if I could do it. Do you know what I mean? Go into like TK Maxx and go, we need everybody to get out. Albedos fucking Frentos is here.
Albedos Frentos.
Albedos Frentos.
It sounds like a pie.
Exactly.
That sounds like a Frey Bentos.
And Jim, all Jim has to do is just stand around, just be on his phone.
Yeah.
Not really looking at anybody, just have sunglasses on, a hat.
And he loves a leather jacket.
He
as well,
does.
so
And Jim looks the most stylish
fine.
out of all of us.
Yeah.
And me, like, Softy, and I think we could convince people just to get wherever we want.
Well, this is another.
Did you see that guy who got into Glastonbury? Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Who snuck into Glasgow, and he's done it for like 2 years, and one of them he did.
Is he the YouTuber guy, the one that went under the waterfall thing?
I was fascinated with those videos.
through. Well,
and then the next year he went in a fucking horse, like a Trojan horse, but it was like, I don't know if it's a horse. He was in a porcelain, like, I don't know, but he got like sealed in, and then he got sealed in.
Was that for last year?
I don't know whether it was last year. Maybe it was.
Yeah.
He got sealed into a contraption, which he rang a band about. He goes, "Would you mind me being in this contraption? Say you need it for like a prop to be on stage."
Right.
And the band, I don't know what band it was, and I don't know what it was. Don't quote me on this. He was inside a flipping bear or flamingo or something, and he got drilled into it.
He sneaks into like loads of places, guy as well, doesn't he? What's his name?
To do
what's
shit
his
like
name?
That. I don't know. I can't remember. I wish I could shout him out.
Yeah, we'll try and put a link to his video in the thing.
With the reach we've got.
Well, yeah. Well,
eventually.
Well, put a link to the video in the thing. You might get 3 clicks. But what was I going to say before?
Sorry, man.
I was going to say we promised in the earlier episodes, as I've been listening back through, that we are going to do like scam companies and scam things.
Yes.
So
yes,
so
it is true.
a scam celebrity, which we would do with Jim,
We need to come up with a name.
It's like it's like perfectly feasible. All of these things. It reminds me of like TV shows and stuff that we used to watch, like Trigger Happy TV and stuff, where or even like Jackass-esque.
Rational hate for Dom Jolly. He hates him.
Which friend?
Shane.
Oh right.
I was like, why do you have this unrational hate? He goes, trust me, it's not unrational. What am I saying? He said, trust me, it's not irrational. And I'm like,
he's got a perceived rational hate of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think.
I don't have an opinion on John Jolly, really.
I never really watched Trigger Happy TV.
Did you not? Mate, I was a big fan.
I did. Like, I dipped in and out. But if it was on, I'd maybe watch it. But I mean, I suppose a lot of the stuff happened in like Jackass and
that was more
Dirty
hardcore, though, wasn't
it was more like hurting yourself stuff. But like the things like Johnny Knoxville dressed as the grandpa, and like
Bad Grandpa wasn't actually that bad of a film.
The Bad Grandpa sketches and stuff were very much just like an old man seeing how much he can get away with.
Yeah,
and that essentially would be a similar stunt to that, wouldn't it? It'd be like fake celebrity, basically. If it was coming up in Jackass letters, fake celeb or whatever, it would be that, wouldn't it?
See how much you just get away with. I would love to do that.
Fake CEOs.
Talking to CEOs, I really want to talk about this show.
It's what the podcast is apparently about. Although we've not talked about them that much.
I think we do. Like
we dip back to business.
We dip back to business. But on the subject of depressed CEOs, there is an amazing show on Apple TV called Severance.
Okay.
It's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's like it got so really good ratings on IMDb, and I'm going to butcher who's in it, but that's why I'm going to fucking Google it. But basically,
we always come to this podcast with facts, and you know that by now if you've listened to all 6 episodes. We come here with stone cold, hard, well researched, thought out facts. We've got 6 producers over there. It's really fucking hard work to make it look this unprepared. I tell you that for fucking this monster's kicking in, mate. This is Patreon level energy. This
Patreon energy.
Yeah. Who gives 2 men with ADHD huge 500 milliliter cans of energy?
Stop saying 2 men. What? You're not diagnosed.
Oh yeah, but listen, neither are you, mate.
Shut up.
You're stage 2 ADHD.
Stage 2. So on IMDb, it's got a rating of 8.7, and I was like, okay, let's check this
out.
On
ADHD?
It's got Adam on IMDb. Did I say ADHD? Did I say that?
No, but I made you believe that you did.
Fucking hell. So on IMDb, and it's got Adam Scott in it. You know Adam Scott?
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I've no idea.
That guy, you do know.
I don't know. What's he in?
Oh my god, he was in.
I'm so bad when people are like, "Oh, you know this actor."
He was in Parks and Recreation.
What character did he play?
Oh god, like the main love interest of the main girl.
Oh yeah, no, I do know him then. Yeah.
He's the main guy. It's got John Turretto, Tom Turrillo. Let me tell you something,
man. One with a neck beard, or
no. John, let me tell you, from Big Lebowski.
Oh, him.
You take your piss out on the lane? I pull the trigger.
Hey, it's got Christopher Walken in it. Why didn't you lead with Christopher Walken?
Mate, also Christopher... Wow, Christopher. You guys... I can't do it. His voice is so...
That was quite good, mate.
I can only do 2.
That was quite good.
Like, phrases. No, hold on. No, I don't want to. No, it's hard, man. It's like that New York, but you got for the back of your throat. For the back of your throat. New York. It gets worse, man. No, I don't want to. It's so hard. But anyway, it's got him. Oh, it's so good. So basically,
we're not going to set up a Christopher Walken look-alike, sound-alike agency. Because we don't have the capacity yet. But
he's got one of the most unique voices. I love his voice.
If you can do a good Christopher Walken and you are interested in becoming a part of a fake agency, do let us know. depresscceospodcast@gmail.com.
And Severance is basically about, you imagine you wake up on a table and you're in a stale office, depressed CEO.
Yeah.
And over a speaker, you hear, hey. And you're like, where am I? You have no memory.
Oh.
You have literally no memory of why you're there. He goes, hey, we're just going to ask you a few questions. This is how the show starts. You're like, what? Mm-hmm. And basically, the whole show is about, and this is no secret, I'm not giving this away, because if you read the synopsis, this is literally what it says. But if you don't want to know, turn away now. It's basically about, if you had the ability to go to work, and as soon as you enter the lift to work or wherever, or you enter the doors, your memory just gets wiped, and all you know is that job in that moment. And then when you leave work, you have no memory of being at work. You have two different lives. You don't know what you do. So on the outside life, they call it your outie.
Oh, yeah.
Or your innie.
Right.
Inside of work, that's all you know as well. So there's two parts to this.
How is life in each part? Like,
this is the thing.
Okay.
It's built around this program called Severance, where this company says, you know, you can work for us. We'll just get rid of your memory for 8 hours a day. And basically you have to sit down in front of a camera and say, I am agreeing to this. And like your innie who's in work, who has no like memory because your memory's been deleted. You know what things are. It's not like you're a dum-dum. So you're not like, what's a pizza? Like, you know what a pizza is. You have concept, but you just don't know what your name is, your family. You're like,
yeah.
But you see yourself saying, we've, agreed to do this, and you're sat there going, okay. And then as soon as your work part, let's say this is your work kind of face, you literally get in the lift. As soon as the doors close, they open again, you're back at work.
Right.
You're outie, you live in your day, you're making your meals, you go to bed, you wake up, you go to work. As soon as you get in that lift, they close, open, you finish the day. And you get out, get in your car, go back to work. And you essentially just like, I don't know what I do for 8 hours a day. You have two separate lives.
You've no idea what the company is. Like,
nope.
What? So, right. Question for you then.
This is why I wanted to...
Question for you. If you're in an innie-outie world, what's the worst job that you would be doing during your innie? What's the worst job you're doing during your innie times?
If someone says you do know what you do, right?
And during your outie times, like so in the
By
program,
the way, this is what the show's about. Like you don't know what they're doing, and it's such a weird style, and it's shot so well.
And you don't see anything from in the office time. You just see the outie life mostly.
You just see the building that you walk in and out of.
I imagine that during the thing it's going to develop this, but so the outie life.
So good, man.
Tell me about the outie life. Is it comfortable? Is he like nice?
You're actually given accommodation,
nice
as well.
Clothes, like go play golf, like.
You give an accommodation that you live. Money's not a problem.
Money's not a problem to the point where you can do like your dream was like not worrying about paying for anything, like not worrying about what
days
you want.
and stuff. If you really didn't want to come in and you're I'm not feeling. It's not like, but you just don't know what you do. They look after you,
right?
You got to watch the show, but they look after you, kind of thing. It's like, and it's such an interesting concept, and I thought it'd be great to like.
What's the company called?
Oh God. Shit, I'm so bad. I should know.
No. I mean, does the name of the company does it just sound like a faceless corporation?
Oh, it's horrible. It's like a stale iPad environment. Like everything's white, and there's only 5 of them, and they never converse with like other departments because that's weird.
Ooh. Okay.
So sometimes they converse with departments. They're like, "Oh, who are you guys?" And Christopher Walken's like, we work because he's from a different department,
right?
And there's like, I don't want to give away anymore because it's just it develops.
No spoilers. So, but let's take it into this room. What if you?
What would I find?
If you said yes to this, your innie life. What's the worst?
I think just as a sex hole.
A sex hole.
Like I'm just being used as a sex hole.
Well, by James Corden.
Like you can't. The thing is, like in the show, like he has a bump on his head.
Right.
And now I'm ignoring James Corden. I don't want to know. He has a bump on his head and he doesn't know. And they leave you a note like on his car. He was like, "Why have I got like a plaster on me?" Because he obviously doesn't know. But apparently, you slipped over and fell at work.
Yeah.
That would be like me. Like, oh God, I got pubes in my mouth. And it's like they just make some bullshit of like saying like. I don't know. We cut your hair and
you tripped and fell onto a man's genitalia.
So if I found out, like I was just
my breath, very cummy today.
Oh, just do you know what I mean? Just being used as a fuckhole, I think would be like you got a sore throat, but I feel like I've been jammed in the back of my throat by a fucking massive cock. What about you? Like,
I mean, that's quite a good one.
But then again, would a job be a fuckhole? But then again, if they could get away with it. And why have I just come up with the name fuckhole?
I
keep saying fuckhole.
Fuckhole.
What would be yours?
I guess it would be like if I was.
I said, James, I know what you do for a job.
Yeah. Well, like what about if I was manufacturing weapons that destroyed children?
Oh, you've gone for that route.
But like,
of course, I don't want to do that.
That kind of thing, or like I don't know, like
manufacturing weapons for children. So you put them in like.
I mean, that's a really
hands.
exactly. Or what about if I was like like Body Shop products aren't tested on animals. What if I was I don't know, shampooing cat's eyes?
Oh yeah, that would really fuck me up. 'Cause
That'd be
anything to do with animals really does get me. Yeah.
What if my job was like, you go in there, wash these cats repeatedly with this scrubbing brush,
I just
and
come out with a cat scratch. You're like, what the
yeah.
fuck do I
Well,
do?
no, I'd probably have chainmail on.
What? I got such an image.
I'd probably have chainmail on. Yeah,
And your innie is just like, but your innie
be dressed as a knight.
The problem is the innie would have to be actually thinking about this. The in-work guy would have to be happy about it.
Would you?
Because
would you?
imagine if you just get
you're still you're still conscious about
no, you're not just a robot. You are still like you had your memories wiped, so you still got your like.
Right.
I think you still got a section of your personality and stuff like that,
like a moral compass.
Yeah, so you'll be like, I don't want to get fucked in the eye. I don't want to skin cats.
Yeah.
And there's a great thing.
I'd never skinned them. I was just washing their eyes out with shampoo.
There's a great thing where the woman tries to leave. One of the employees like, well, I don't want to do this, even though my outside self said that. I'm well good. Tries to walk out the door and she comes back in the same door she walked out of. And you're like, she's like, what's going on? And you see it from that point of view. Then in another episode, you see it in the other point of view where she was exiting the door and she was like, what did I just do? And the employer's like, oh, you just kind of wanted to leave, but you know how this works. She goes, oh, yeah, I'll just go back in. Because
it's a bit
she doesn't know
Truman Show-esque, isn't it? Yeah. And I do love that.
And she keeps
film.
coming out the door, and the employer's like, she goes, I've done it again, haven't I? He goes, yeah, you've done it again. Don't worry about it. This happens normally. Just turn back around going. But the is like, I want to leave, but you don't know that. And that's like the crazy thing about this whole concept.
Yeah.
So like, maybe I wouldn't like... And in the thing, I know I'm releasing so much, they're like inputting data, and you don't really know what the data is. It's just numbers on a screen, and they're like, So, and you don't. I've finished season 1, and I want season 2. I'm like, fucking hell.
I'm going to add that to my list to watch.
It's honestly probably banger for me. 8.5 out of 10.
It'll probably be a depressor, won't it? But
that's a depressed CEO thing.
To it. I put some things in the chat as well. Do you know? Were you born 87?
87, me. Yeah.
Fucking bad luck for you, mate. But this year is my year, mate, because this year is the year of the dragon.
Are you a dragon?
88, mate. I'm a fucking dragon, baby.
So what am I? I'm like a rabbit or something.
You're a rat. I don't know.
I'm a rat. You're a dirty rat.
You're a filthy little rat.
So what? I want to know what I am. Because if you're a dragon, then I'm a what?
Year of the gerbil.
Well, actually, look. Don't just like sit there looking at me going, you're a fucking rat, mate. You're a gerbil, mate.
Well, I don't know. What's the most embarrassing one that you could be?
I don't really care. Like, I know what cool one I'd
Chinese.
be. Dragon's cool as fuck.
Yeah, was. I can't even type.
Why did you want to bring this
1987.
up?
Because, I'll tell you for why. The year of the rabbit, the fucking rampant
I knew
rabbit.
I was a rabbit, yeah.
Yeah. The fire element.
That's just
based on
boring.
Chinese zodiac and people with China. 87. Mate, you're a fucking rabbit. You fuck like a rabbit. The rabbit personality, rabbits can be silly, timid, shy, curious, and high-spirited, regardless of sex or breed type.
The problem I have with these things, it's all very general, so it can be applied to everybody.
Hey,
it could be either timid, tight, enjoyable, shocked, happy, surprised, giddy, sad. And you're like, well, yeah, I could be.
I think you're silly, timid, shy, curious, and high-spirited, mate.
Of course. I think everybody is. At some point. What does the dragon say?
Mate, the dragon.
Timid, dry.
Mate, no.
Dry,
oh, fuck.
Well, you got a sting in your tail like a scorpion.
Dragons have fat cocks.
Oh, is that what it just says? Fat cocks.
No, it says...
No, it doesn't. Oh, shit, yeah, sorry.
No, it says may have fat cocks, thin cocks, small cocks, round cocks.
Small cocks, little cocks, thick cocks.
Listen.
I am listening.
Listen, I'm trying to find.
You're trying to fill that out.
Listen. We haven't got a bloody producer. Just put some do.
I can't wait.
Do.
Copyrighted. Can't use that.
Do. Well, I'm singing it that badly. Listen. For those born in the year of the dragon, 2024 is your year. Many changes and opportunities may arise in 2024 as the Grand Duke Jupiter. That's a fucking good. That's a good artist name, mate. Duke Jupiter.
Like Duke Dumont.
Yeah.
But like what?
Duke Jupiter.
So what did you want to bring up the dragon?
Because I'm like, listen, this is a good year for me.
It has to be, right?
2024 is my year, and I'm launching a podcast with you.
You sound like Leanne. She recharges her stones in the moon
Listen,
and puts people in the freezer.
if you, as a little rabbit, want to jump on the back of my fucking massive dragon and take a fucking ride on my fat cock,
look, what's that never-ending story?
Hop aboard,
We're
mate.
going down, Peter. Yeah, that's me on the back of you.
Yeah,
We're going down, David. Yeah. Honestly, we need artwork now of me riding the back and you're just the dragon from Neverending Story. I'm going to make AI
with
art
a
of
fat
that.
cock.
With just a fucking massive, gigantic fat cock. We're going down, Jimmy. Yeah. Dude, I'm going to get AI on that.
It's a good idea for me to carry a charm or a symbol of the bird or rooster as the dragon's secret friend this year for protection.
I'm going to bring you a dead rooster.
A phoenix. You're not listening. A phoenix is one of the top suggestions. Can you bring me a phoenix, please?
Where am I going to fucking find a phoenix?
They don't exist, so get creative. I'd like an AI phoenix, please.
Rise like the phoenix. What's that fucking Fallout Boy song?
I thought is that not Tenacious D?
It's probably both.
Okay, well that there ends my Year of the Dragon stuff. Hopefully that wasn't any offensive for our listeners in China or anybody follows the Chinese.
China.
China.
Remember when Trump said that? Just went China.
I do. China.
I miss Trump.
He's coming back. Are you doing the Schultz bit?
What do you mean?
Are you doing the Schultz bit? I miss Trump, man. I miss Trump.
He was just funny. Like, I don't think he should be running the country, but fucking hell, he's hilarious.
He's gonna be running the country again.
I don't. Do you think he's gonna win?
100%.
I don't know.
100%.
I honestly
Because
think fucking old matey.
Half the
still
people
gonna
that
be
voted for him last time,
They're
don't,
robbed.
They don't believe that Biden actually won, do they? That's legit.
Yeah.
They think
They
it was.
still think like he's just a proxy for Trump. He's still in, like a bit like how Putin had a president just like hold the seat for him for about 6 years. Was it? I can't remember.
The whole Putin things is kind of.
He took a cast and interviewed him.
Has that happened?
That's happened. I watched the full interview. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm interested to watch it, but I'm also pretty terrified because I don't think I'm going to be very good in the war. I'll probably lose focus on what I'm doing.
No, I'm a conscientious. We're conscientious objectors. We're not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. We can't go to war. We've got to do a podcast. Like, I know that the women and children.
You think I'm going to go to
saving.
war? I'm not going to war.
I don't think you're going to have much of a choice, mate.
There's conscientious objectors back in World War One and Two. I'm not going. I don't. I'm not going to hold a gun and kill another man. I can't do it. Sorry.
Oh, what about women? Kill one of them.
What about if they were women?
I'm a conscientious objector. That's okay. You can just go and kill the women.
No, I'm fine. Do you really think we're going to have a war?
Well, you can go fight the other conscientious objectors with your podcasts and your words.
I'm going to fight. I'm going to use my words.
It's pretty fucking scary that there could be a war, but
but the war is just going to be so there's not going to be like a world war like it was. It's just going to be missiles and nukes, dude.
Yeah,
it's not really going to be boots on the ground.
Oh, so you reckon we're just going to be sat in our houses and be like, could be tonight?
I don't know, man. Like the whole Putin thing, it wasn't like really. It was just kind of the problem I have with the whole Putin thing is like it was cool to hear his point of view, but the problem is, he's Vladimir Putin. Like he's just gonna like you don't know if he's telling the truth. He was on about he pulled out these documents right where he just says he goes right. So he starts off the whole interview like, so let me begin by he obviously had a translator, and he said let me begin by telling you the history of
my
Russia.
Fat cock.
Of my fat cock. And then he just went, I'd listen intently.
He told him the history of Russia.
Pretty much. And like and Tucker just had to sit and nod. And he basically said, if you don't believe me, we've got documents. And then gave him documents. And I'm like, what? There could be just dick butts in there.
Dick butts.
They could open it. It's just full of cocks.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
is it like some kind of...
Pictures of Tucker Carlson's family with like knives to their throats.
Yeah, it could be.
Just nod and smile, or they all die.
He was ex-KGB, man. Like, fuck me. Like,
he has no emotion.
I'm all up for like hearing everybody out. But the problem is, he's like, are you ever going to get the truth on any of these politicians? Do you know what I mean? Like, none of them are going to tell the truth,
No,
are they?
they're all fucking snakes, aren't they?
Every single one. And we're going to be fighting their wars? No, thanks. I'd rather rot in a cell than fight their fucking stupid wars. Genuinely.
I don't know. I mean,
What do you mean? What, you're going to get on a plane and go to war? You're going to be boots on the ground?
I want to shoot a gun at another man.
Do you actually want to go to war?
Debate, what am I fighting
for?
for?
Your country?
What am I fighting for?
Well, you're never going to know because they lie to you.
Well, no. Because, I mean, am I fighting for land? Am I fighting for... am I fighting for the future of... I don't know.
What future?
Am I fighting oppression?
You have a kid in the mix.
Yeah.
So you could be fighting for your kid.
Send
I guess.
him. Get him over there. Get him over there. He's well meddlesome.
He looked cute in a little army uniform.
Oh God. Jess will hate this.
But I'm just
no, don't cut that out.
I'm just saying aesthetically, not like the idea of it. You don't send children to war.
You know what happens with fashion, right? When war happens,
Well, like Louis Vuitton.
fashion becomes. Do you remember Jodie Marsh in the early 2000s with the bullet belt titties and the?
Oh yeah,
and lots of camo comes back into play.
Is that what happens?
Yeah.
Well, who was...
So your shirts from the tropical times, your shirts from the time, that's like not war times, isn't it?
I'm just a hippie, dude.
Well, no, that shirt's like that screams like this was made in the post-war era. We're now in a pre-war era, mate. They said this. It's a pre-war time.
Well, who said this?
I don't know, some guy.
Some guy.
Some guy from our government has made the quote, "We are now living in a pre-war world. We were living in a post-war world," which actually isn't necessarily true because there were wars going on literally everywhere at all times.
They
and
just
has
talk
been our
bollocks
entire
to
lives.
scare you. It's so fucking ridiculous. Where like you look on, I reinstalled TikTok because I had a fucking skit that I wanted to put on there.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
No, talk about it. But yeah.
And just all the memes about war, and then I saw like, this fucking, because I'd never watched the news, but apparently like BBC said,
no, you get your news from YouTube, mate, and DuckDuckGo, don't you?
Yeah, stick to that shit, fucking. But like apparently BBC was like, if we go to war, we're gonna call up because our military's like, and I'm like, yeah, good luck. Could you imagine like the 18 and 19-year-olds growing up now, like, can we have our safe space? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not going to happen, dude.
Gen Z is going to war. No, I don't know about that.
But where is it? Where is it? Russia?
Oh, it's a bit cold there.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, they got good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine trying to get these fucking 18, 19-year-olds like to go to war? No, it's not going to happen. Like,
so what's gonna happen then? I guess like what if
they're going to force us? They're going to actually.
What if we're being completely invaded to the point where it's like you either surrender or you go to war?
Well, that's a different. If we get invaded and it's boots on the ground outside, do you know what? I'll try and make a kind of deal.
If somebody severs your internet connection, mate.
War. I'll put down my headset and go, war. Yeah.
If your local co-op runs out of supplies of Monster Tropical Thundercum or whatever you're drinking, I reckon you'd probably go to war.
Well, I would try and strike up a deal with Taiwan.
Right,
no, I'm joking.
Listen, Taiwan, can we have more crates of Monster Tropical Thundercum and then we're all good?
No, I'd try to strike up the deal with like, I'll be like, right, I really don't want to like shoot at other people. So I'd probably help like my side, be like on the side of like supply runs.
Yeah.
I'd love to supply run. I think that would be kind of fucking intense and just like,
Did you have grandparents in World War II?
Yeah, my granddad got shot out of the sky, so...
He was a pilot?
No. No.
Was he a skyman cleaning the sky?
No.
For clean air? What was he doing?
He just fucking parachuted out, mate, and then just got horribly gunned down.
Dead?
That was the Vaughan way.
Dead?
Yeah. So, right, here we go, men. And fucking didn't even get boots on the ground before he died. That's the Vaughan way.
Was that your mum? Your mum's dad?
Dad's dad. My granddad's dad.
Wait.
Or brother, maybe.
Wait. Hold on.
My dad told me that story.
So, what about your dad's dad? Was he not in the war?
I don't know, actually. I need to ask. He survived. Maybe it's my dad's brother or something, but I just know a Vaughan in World War II got shot.
Fact. This is all fact.
He got shot out the sky and never even made it. I remember thinking, fucking hell, that's bleak. But also like giggling, going, yeah, kind of our way. Yeah, like with Meanwell, I'd be like, let's fucking go over that
Let's
front line. Then
fucking
just,
go.
I'd be gunned down. Like, dunk, 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 dunk. Wouldn't even like, I'd have so much intention.
Run straight in there without thinking.
Listen, I
That's
do it in
exactly
video
my
games,
way as
mate.
well. Yeah.
Like run in there like, let's fucking have it.
Well,
And then
to be
just
honest,
get horribly gunned down.
You've been training for years and years and
Don't
years
tell
for
me
first-hand
combat,
combat with all the Counter-Strike and the Call of
Mate,
Duty
I know
you've been
fucking.
doing.
Yeah,
You've
you know,
got-
when to
you've
come out
got-
of a wall and you have to
Yeah.
like pan round the right. Yeah, I know how to
You've
sweep.
got-
It's called sweeping.
Yeah, but you do that with a microphone and a W key rather than a
W key. W and what else key?
A S WAS.
And then what's the other one?
I don't know. X
D.
duck you D.
The WASD.
Get your fucking WAS.
Well done. I'm
WAS'd,
proud of you.
WAS'd your fucking tits off. I
7 out
used
of 10.
to be a bad man on Counter Strike.
Mate, yeah, he used to be a bad man.
used to be
Why
a
did games
bad
never
man.
like take off? Like, why didn't I went down that road with games? You dipped your toe and went, yeah.
I really enjoyed Counter Strike. I was never I don't know. I was never really.
Tickled your brain.
I like making stuff, I suppose, and I think as much as I did enjoy my
I like
hours on,
competitive play.
I like my hours on gaming, but I also feel like the hours that I spend on it aren't. I don't know. They don't give me anything back. Like so, it feels like that to me they feel like hours wasted. I don't think that people that game are wasting their time.
No,
I just think
like,
I think if they feel
there have
like
been times in League of Legends where I've sat there and gone, "What am I doing?"
yeah.
There's 40 like, and Chain says this as well. Chain was like, with games like League of Legends, if you guys don't know, you have to have like League of Legends is one of those games where you have to have 5 of you on the same page.
Right.
And to get you and random people on the same page is a miracle.
yeah.
So the games are coin flips, really. If you're playing with yourself and 4 other randoms, the games are complete coin flips and it's out of your control. And the games last for about 40 to 50 minutes. Imagine being on a team of gumps and you can't like... and by the way, in League of Legends, you can see what everybody else is doing. So you can like scan over to your like top laner or whatever and see he's just messing up and it's driving you insane. And League of Legends is so toxic for that.
And
then 40
who's
minutes
the
is just
leader?
wasted.
Who's the manager in this scenario?
There's no manager.
No manager.
It's just egos. There's 5 egos
no
competing.
senior.
No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. No, you're fucking up. No, the jungler should gank me. Like, you're fucking... No, this was your fault. And it's just people screaming at each other for 40 minutes.
Like 5 area managers at,
Mate,
at a
absolutely.
supermarket chain that's absolutely tanking.
And the fascinating thing is
quick
the
save.
roles in League of Legends. There's like AD carry, which is like the damage guy. He's
Yeah.
always the most egotistical one because he always puts out the most damage. And you got the support role, who's kind of the all right one, who just is like, yeah, I just like being here and supporting the game. And it does bring out those kind of like characters because...
Can you liken this to people in the office?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right, so go from the beginning.
AD carry is probably the mouthy one that
Right.
thinks he knows everything,
Yeah.
but he fucking doesn't.
So like the new supervisor. So
Yeah.
like you know like the person that's been on the floor, but now they've gone up a level, so they
Mhm.
think they're fucking Billy Big Bollocks.
The support is like, probably the one who finds himself there that doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, like actor at a weekend,
Yeah,
shelf stocker during the week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mid
Right.
laner, fucking hell. No one's going to get these references.
No, the people that like the game will.
Jungler.
Jungle is massive.
The jungler helps out everybody, but he's shit on. Jungler's like the worst, right? It's always the jungler's fault.
Like the trolley boy, then really, the trolley man.
He runs from lane to lane trying to help out everybody else,
yeah.
but gets shit on the
Oh,
most.
could you just do this for me, Kevin? Oh, I've got.
Guess what I main rolled?
What's that?
Jungle.
Yeah.
That was my main role.
Yeah, yeah.
Never an AD carry. Hate it. Didn't like it. What does that say about me?
Never the AD carry, always the jungler.
The AD carry's got the biggest ego. So it's like, I'm the fucking damage here, guys. Don't worry about it. I got this.
Oh, what's
Top laner lives on his own. He does
Yeah.
his own thing.
That's the fucking. That's
That's upper management, not
yeah,
lane.
yeah.
He doesn't care what happens to the rest of the lane. Top laners, it's
Johnny.
own little-
That's Johnny Hammers, isn't it?
I
Sat
don't
in his
know what
office,
mid laner is.
kicking his shoes off and that. Like every now and
Johnny
then, having a
Hammers.
look out, sort of pointing out the fucking ivory tower.
But the point with League, right? Yeah, I have felt that way about games. Even though I'm a big gamer, League is one of those games where you think, after a while, it made me genuinely sad. I would walk away from the PC and Leanne would know. She's like, "You lost the game." I said, "I fucking lost the game."
Yeah.
And I'd be complaining about these people I've never met.
Yeah, it's like literally going to work.
And she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She's sat there going, "Oh, yes, babe." I'm going, this fucking bot laner just never fucking listens to me all the time. Like, and by the way, I'm probably in the wrong 60% of the time. And I've never know it. And I'm now one of these seething idiots that's just part of this horrible like ecosystem of a game. League is like unlike anything I've ever played.
Yeah.
If you got into League today, as soon as you logged into that game, you put one step out. It's a very complex game. You don't know what you're doing. You put one step out of place. One fucking step. That'll be it. You're done. In the chat, you're done. It's like, you fucking go kill yourself, you fucking vile piece of shit. Like, what do you think you're doing? Honestly, you can't. League, you can't. Like, because when somebody says, "Oh, I think about getting into the game, like League of Legends," I go, "Please don't." Like, it took me 9 years.
Get into Pal World, mate.
It took me 9 years to fucking. Our Powell's dead. It took me 9 years.
Another thing that we don't ever do on this podcast is go back to any of the things that we've been talking about doing, or like talking about enjoying.
Okay, yeah.
So why is Pal World is dead?
No, it's not. I'm joking. No, Pal World's thriving.
Yeah,
it is.
Are you still?
No, not me.
No.
ADHD just dropped it. I don't want to play with you anymore. New game now, Helldivers 2.
Right, how's that?
Fantastic until tomorrow.
Why? What's coming out tomorrow?
It's got to be dead. I'm just going to move on.
To you?
To me.
Right, okay, cool.
I'm just going to move on.
So after this, you're actually planning a gaming binge, aren't you, with your boy?
Yeah. We're going to go in a bit of Helldivers, a bit of the finals as well.
Okay, what's the final? So all these names you're saying to me, they could
I
be...
hope gamers listen to this. They're like, fucking hell, finals.
Yeah, they could be anything. These things.
The finals is great.
You could be making these things up, and you could just make up premises of games, and I would be like, "Oh, cool, mate. As long as that makes you happy." WSAD.
No, finals is like a 3v3v3 shooter, and it's like set up to be like a game show, a bit like and you got guns and shit. You're chucked in an arena, and you got a commentator's like, "Okay, guys, here they go." Da, da, da. But it's like some weird like backstory underworld, but it's a multiplayer shooter, really fast paced, insane. Like no wonder I love it, because you just got fucking shit flying at you,
just
all the
flashing
time,
images,
just flashing,
just
shit, all the stimulation, all that. Me and Softy just play it all like for 4 hours yesterday, just stimulation.
Do you think that's the answer then to the office job?
What do you mean?
Like turn the office, your average office job, into an overstimulating fuck palace.
For most normal people, that's going to be horrible.
Just imagine walking, like, for you though, like, because
for me,
well, okay, listen, in the future here, they're going to be like, right, when you go for a job, they're going to like assess your needs and like what makes you tick.
What makes
and
you
so what
happy?
about like all the ADHDers?
Fucking hell, I don't know.
Just there's like areas for everybody. Like,
do you want a serious answer?
This is where I think. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, eventually,
Sorry,
this is where I think the office culture is going to go to. Offices, like you say, you sent me that meme over. It was so funny. It's like, must be able to cope with a fast-paced work environment.
Yeah,
and it's like the fast-paced work environment. It's just a shitload of IKEA desks and like fluorescent lighting.
Fluorescent, stale, boring. Must be ready to work in a fast-paced, exciting environment.
There's nothing fast-paced or exciting about this environment. It's
cold.
The carpet stinks.
Quiet. The carpet's stained. Always stained. You can't use anybody else's mug, else they'll lose their fucking mind.
There's a guy sat there just emptying crisps out of a bag onto himself, just some spilling on his shirt.
John's asking you how your fucking weekend was for the fucking 17th time, like in the same day. What did you have for dinner? Oh, I don't know, John. Fucking...
Did you see that Bill Willis in Die Hard?
Oh, yeah. Bill Willis in Die Hard. His name's Bruce Willis! And just slamming his head in the desk. Yay, yay, yay.
Just putting his head in the drawer, slamming the drawer in his head. But
somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Slam, 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 slam. And you're the psycho if you think about that.
Yeah.
They're the psychos for like doing the same thing.
For that not to affect them. I have never had the mentality where that kind of work environment would be for me. But I think that the way that offices will maybe go in the future it'll be like because it's starting to go that way now because they're like,
The
okay,
slides
cool.
and shit like we
Hey
spoke
guys,
about,
no, listen, we understand your needs. Like, what are your needs? Okay, cool. So you've got ADHD, you got ADHD, you got ADHD, you got ADHD, you got ADHD.
That's what they just keep repeating.
I'm stimming. I'm fucking vibing with that. Yeah, I've got ADHD.
Yeah.
Fuck it. And they're like, we've got the room for you. And you go in, and it's just like a fucking play palace. Just lights and stimulation
how would
and
that convert to
shit
work?
everywhere. But because you're like, oh, cool, there's like loads of stuff to play with. I can just do this the whole time and
Yeah,
like
but
input my numbers. Oh, fucking hell, there's a bouncy ball there. It's like just having so much fun and they're like, hey, come and go as you please. Come and go as you please. Like, when do you work best?
The problem is,
This
like,
time, don't worry, the ADHD palace is 24/7, baby.
The problem is like somebody else will be like, why does he get to do that?
Yeah, but then it'd be like they won't want to be in there because that was their idea of hell. They'll want
That's their idea.
in another that's the loud corner in the other side of the office. I'm talking about this because I'm in an office with a lot of people and my volume and just space awareness and like one of my colleagues was in a meeting today on the phone and I was like, what song should I put on this Instagram story? But Little John, Get Low, scoot, 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 scoot. And she was like, I'm on a phone call. Please, can you stop? Please, can you stop shouting skeet, 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 skeet across the office? Because
mine's the other way. It's like really sensitive. So like I'll look around and notice like everything in a room.
I need to be better at that. But I don't know why I don't.
I have to
notice
remember like some people don't. You don't have that. So like it's like when I'm in the queue for the co-op and then someone's getting so close to me and they're just on the phone. I can't. I'm like, would you fucking back up?
There was a
I don't
couple of
say
guys
that.
behind me in the queue tonight.
But some people don't have like that
to get
kind of
these
awareness.
monsters. Yeah. Oh, they were
Just breathing in your neck. Like,
they were dirty whining me, mate. They were that close behind me, and I was like, I'm just not going to move out of principle. And then he was like, basically just brushing up against me, and I was like, is he trying to fuck me? Is he trying to lift?
it becomes like a fucking.
Is he like reading my texts over my shoulder, like just messaging you, like, hey mate, what monster do you want? And you're like, oh, the punchy cum drink or whatever it is, and I'll get that one, yeah. But I'm like, is he reading?
He's like fucking trying to kiss your neck.
He was sniffing a little bit behind.
It becomes a game after that, doesn't it? I'm like, how close do you want to get to me?
I could smell him. Like I didn't know what he looked like, but I could smell him, and it gave me a sense of the person.
Yeah, his house and stuff.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I feel like he does something electrical. He smelled quite electrical.
Talking about random people. Yeah, I wrote this down because there's a parking ticket man that just keeps. How long we done?
Oh, I don't know.
There's a parking ticket man who just keeps trying to aggressively make friends with me.
Did I even put a timer on?
I don't know. It's fine though. So there's a parking ticket man
Right.
that keeps aggressively coming, like just trying to make friends with me because I go for my morning coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's done this 4 times where he would just hello and just like start talking, and I'm like, yo, and he's just in his uniform. And he was just like, yeah, so, yeah, and he just starts talking about, oh, fucking hell, I got to walk 10 miles. And I went, right. And I'm like, got my AirPods on, and I'd make a note to, like, it's just, I have a problem, like, there's no, like, and does he have friends? Because, like, he's a parking attendant, so he gives people parking tickets, so he finds it really hard to, because nobody fucking likes him. Do you know what I mean?
Is he like
He's like, hi. And he just comes up and I'm just like, oh
Hey,
shit. And I'm like taken aback, like, hey. He's oh yeah, got to walk 10 miles. And I'm like, cool. And I'm like staring
ruined
at him.
a few people's days?
And I'm just like, yeah, mate, my fucking brain is popping off thinking, well, whose fucking parking ticket you gonna fucking put your next ticket on?
Yeah.
I said, oh well, at least it's healthy. Like just making shit like, what am I gonna say? Like, oh, at least it's healthy. He goes,
Where is this? Just near your house?
just in my house. Like, and I'm sat having a coffee, mate, with my headphones on. And he taps me. Like today, he said to me, "Oh, hello again." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And I do the thing where I'm like, got the headphones on. I'm like, "Oh yeah, pause my fucking podcast."
Is he stalking you?
I don't know.
Where,
and he looks at me, and I go, "Hey."
In the coffee shop.
I'm outside the coffee shop. Yeah, just like
Right.
sat outside, like outside seating. And he's like, "Yeah." Oh, see, you're eating a croissant because I had a chocolate croissant. I'm like,
he's making notes on all these things that you're doing.
and I'm like, yeah.
I
was like,
reckon-
and I don't know what to say because like I don't know you, bro. Like
Yeah.
I find it sweet, I guess. I don't know, but like And I said, "Oh, so why are you walking 10 miles? Like trying to make, like desperately trying to make a conversation with this person I don't know."
He's Agent Smith, mate. He's Agent Smith in you.
He doesn't.
He's slowly watching you, Neo.
Slowly watching you. Do you wonder why I asked for your picture today? You just got to send me your passport photo, pretty much.
Listen, I assumed that you were going to do something with AI.
Jesus, you got it nailed, actually.
And,
yeah, that was exactly it.
And
I'll show you something after
track my head or something.
I'll show you something after the podcast.
But I mean, if a random person sent me a message saying, "Send me a picture of your face without your glasses on," I'd be like, "Sit on my fat cock." But if you send me it, then I'd be like, "Yeah." And then you replied saying, "You are now compliant."
Yeah, compliant.
So I was assuming it's something to do with AI.
So what? Just get back to that guy. What do I do? Like, do I?
Well,
how do I deal? I can't.
Listen,
I'm a bit like I'm getting agitated, like even talking about it. Because I'm like,
what I think is happening here is I think
God, should I kill him?
No, I think that he
should I kill him?
I think that he's in love with you. I think that he's.
I think he doesn't have any fucking friends because he's a parking attendant.
I think that he saw you from afar, I think that he's been watching you for quite some time, and I think that it's taken him a lot of goes and confidence boosts. He's had
I feel bad.
5 hours at a time, just sat there breathing, thinking about you.
I'm gonna do it.
And then he's
like,
today's the day.
But there was no like, hi, like my name is. I just saw you. I'm sorry.
No.
There was no like, sorry.
He's read books and books and books on this, mate. He's read books and books and books on this.
No. There's no books that say this.
He's read loads of books. He's like, okay, so well, how can I can't introduce.
No book.
The book says don't
come at you. The book like, I see you eating a croissant.
The book says don't introduce yourself, just talk as though you know him. So
maybe
like,
actually.
Fuck, okay, cool. Just say hello again, like as though you've never met. He's watching you, mate.
What do you do?
Well, when we come out of here, I'd say look around. Because he's out there. I think he's out there somewhere, mate. What would I do? I mean, I'd just be like...
It was just aggressive. Like, really just, like, out of nowhere, left field. I've got my headphones on. Like, I just wouldn't.
Headphones on is a classic don't talk to me.
Yeah. Well, I had
signal.
they're AirPods, so, like, and you can see them. And I physically... You know when you do that thing where, like, and you're like... I'm fucking listening to something.
I'd be like, oh, sorry, mate. I'm just in the metaverse at the moment, actually. Could you not?
Could you fucking not?
Are you talking to me? Because you don't know me, bro.
He's just like saying shit like, I've got to walk 10 miles. And I'm like, what kind of like, if you got
walk
500 miles to park the parking ticket on someone's car and then I fucking get wound up. He has no mates, like, clearly, because, like,
obviously.
And I feel kind of bad. And I was like, well, I said to him, I said, you walk 10 miles? I was like, yeah, fucking got to, Anna. And I was like, well, why do you do this job then? Like, just as, like...
Is he wearing a body cam?
God, I'm going to have to check now. I don't think so. And then he looked at me, he did this, like, because I get cash money Wonga, like, thing. And I'm like...
What, when did he do that?
And you fucking sell your soul. Because he walked away because he said, got to walk 10 miles now, because I clearly wasn't, like... I was, like, looking at him going... You know when you kind of trying to go... as if to say, like...
And then he did the cash money Wonga thing.
Then he just started to walk here and goes, got to walk 10 miles now. And I went, cool, why do you do it? And he goes, I said, why do you do this job if you don't like it? Because he looked like he didn't like it. He goes, and he did the cash sign thing, like, because like, I get paid. I'm like,
getting paid for.
Fuck it. And I'm sat there thinking, yeah, you sell your soul to the devil, like, doing that job.
I'm beginning to wonder if he's actually a parking attendant or if he's just a deep fake.
I thought someone's knocking on the window, but it was that fucking noise. Can you hear that? Dum, dum, dum.
Am I freaking you out a little bit? Because I reckon he... Genuinely, you got to be careful with people, mate.
Stop saying that with your eyes,
in
dude.
Lincolnshire, in particular, there's fucking weirdos about, mate. He might have a wall. He might have been like, fucking love that lad off the podcast.
Like Saltburn me.
He might be fucking... he might be trying to saltburn. He might be fucking saltburning you, bro.
Fucking hell, imagine like chased him down and then I came in and the room was just full of like pictures of me drinking my coffee every day. Yeah. Oh my God, would your like heart like sink?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Imagine I'd be like, oh my God, dude.
Oh, did
Could you imagine finding pictures of
stories like
yourself?
that absolutely terrify me. That whole Sarah Everard story with the police officer.
I don't want to. I can't.
That
this is the reason why I
fucking
can't like watch.
terrifies me.
People watch that documentary. Who's the serial killer? The famous one that everybody loves.
Dharma.
Yeah, everybody watched that, and I was one of the only people. I'm like, not good. I don't
No,
want to. I'm
absolutely
good. Did you
not.
watch it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Decided I don't want to.
I've watched some
Leanne's like,
dramatizations.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, you are the worst person to watch that. Like, you have anxiety already. Why the fuck? She goes, I just, you know,
and then has terrible dreams every night after it. Yeah.
I'm like, why do you do this? Why do you watch it? It's like fucking
Ted Bundy for me. I find him fascinating.
Go back to this woman that he was on about. You said this. That if you heard this story, that fucking scares the thing out of me. You said a woman's name.
Sarah Everard.
I don't know what this is.
She's the woman that was arrested. Have you heard the story of the woman that disappeared in London, then was found in like woodland in a suitcase or whatever?
Oh my God, no.
It's really fucking grim, man. It's not something to go into on a comedy podcast.
Okay, well, it's just grim, yeah.
It's really grim. But
did that mess you up?
Basically, a police officer pretended to arrest her. Got her in the back of his car, and then,
my God,
and then
like
just took
a
her off
fucking
to,
traffic warden.
But
Pretending to be a traffic warden.
He was an actual police officer.
Oh, he's an actual one.
He was an actual
traffic warden.
He was an actual
then.
copper.
Change the story.
Yeah, an actual traffic warden. Yeah.
Nah.
Gives you a parking ticket. Oh, come over here, mate.
I think I get anxiety because of this, and you're giving me this story as well. Like.
It's
oh my God! What if he's following? Fucking hell,
it's
dude!
Really bleak, man.
So now you
It's
think
really
he's
bleak.
fucking? What's her name?
Well, the guy's name was Wayne Couzens.
So you think he's going to Wayne Cousin me?
I mean, maybe not that far.
Fucking hell, man!
I just think, I don't know. There's weirdos out there, mate. Got to be careful. This podcast has taken a really dark turn. I think we've definitely done an hour.
Just have a look on the
maybe longer.
I think we have. I'm enjoying the chat.
Well, me too. We're only doing one episode this week. Fueled by a can of Monster. I'm going to miss you, mate. You know, like our little 2-hour
Yeah,
chats.
I promised a sesh with my boy. So
yeah, you can't disappoint him, can you? Eh?
when people say sesh, like, oh fucking hell, sesh.
Yeah,
No, a
you can't
gaming
gargle on
sesh.
his fucking balls, can you? Get the fucking sweaty plum melons in your mouth, eh?
Why do you have to just take it in such a weird space?
Sweaty balls.
Swage for men. That's what we got to release as well. Swage for men.
Oh, we've got a fragrance actually, guys. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll keep you. I'll tell you what. I'll keep you updated. I'll try and remember next week to ask me and the listeners about my, adventures with this man who keeps aggressively coming up to me, and I'll try and fill you in next week.
Please. We'll see if there's any more. Well, ask him some questions. Shall we?
Okay.
We'll write some questions for you to ask him, and you can get some answers. Where does he live?
What? Whoa! Oh, I'm just going to come out with that.
hey,
mate. Excuse me. Where do you fucking live?
Where do you live? And then, what's his favourite fragrance by Paco Rabanne?
Now, should I record our conversation, or is that too far?
Is that doxing?
Is that doxing?
Doxing him?
Is that illegal?
Don't dox him.
I won't record. Fine. I'll just tell you about his. If he approaches me aggressively again,
well, trust you. Maybe try and get a selfie together. Hey, mate, fancy a picture?
I could.
Yeah.
I could be like, oh, no.
What's your Insta handle?
But then I'd have to be fucking friends with him. Then he might invite him round from a fucking. Where do you live? I've seen you actually walking from your house, and I might come round. I'll be like, oh God.
Why don't you flip it on him? Because he's been really invasive with you. Why didn't you get like weird with him?
Yeah, actually, that's kind of a good idea.
I think if you get like, because he's gone all intense on you. If you go real intense on him.
I'm not even like exaggerating as well.
Come on, really strong. Tell him you think you love him.
I'm not even exaggerating. It was literally he appeared like out of thin air and went, "Oh fucking hell, weather's shit, isn't it?" Like that. Like didn't say hello. That was his first like, "Oh fucking hell, weather's shit, isn't it?" And staring at me in the eyes, and I'm like, "Yeah."
How old is he? How old is he?
He looks like my age-ish, like probably a little bit younger, probably like late, like 28, 29, 30.
Why didn't you be like, oh, I never really knew my real brother. Maybe you could be my real brother. I love you.
I think that's going to backfire on me. That's the only problem. He's like,
like
actually, I love you too. And I'm like, he's fucking done me. I've been watching you for a while, David, and he knows my name.
He knows your name. He's doxed you.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
How are the cats? And I'm like, fuck, man.
That's when it gets really creepy, when he asks you how
How are
the
the
cats are.
cats? And I'm like,
Love the podcast.
the podcast that's not even been released yet. That would be so. I would fucking freak.
Yeah.
Love the podcast.
I
The
love
Press
the podcast.
CEO is such a great name.
Really good. Love the logo.
Right, we end it there.
We're going crazy. Guys, hopefully this will be out soon so we can start talking to you rather than just ourselves. And that's assuming that we're ever going to have an audience. Ha 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 ha.
You're so self-deprecating, aren't you?
Fuck it. I love it. Wallow in self-pity and gloom.
Yeah. See you next week, chaps.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.